Today on Let Them Talk, we're going to talk about how to use and how not to use the word literally. It's a controversial word at the moment, and there is a lot of disagreement about the correct usage. So this is the controversy. Some people say that the word literally only has one true definition, and that is the word means in a literal sense. In a literal sense. What I'm about to say is true, word for word, even though it might sound unbelievable. It's true. For example, he went on the avocado diet and ate literally just avocado for 6 weeks. So in this sentence, the word literally means it's hard to believe it's true, but it's true, word for word. The shock of the breakup was so great, she literally went grey in 1 week. Okay, it's true, I'll show you the pictures. So we need a word in English like this because in everyday conversation, when we speak, we frequently use metaphors, we use figures of speech, we exaggerate. I've told you a million times not to exaggerate. So we need a word that says, hold on, I'm not exaggerating here. This is exactly how it is. Some other people say, yes, that's okay, but there is a second meaning of literally when we use it for emphasis. So not literally, but figuratively, precisely the opposite of meaning one. For example, it literally took me forever to find my keys. It didn't take you forever. This use of literally is figurative. It's used as an intensifier for emphasis. The joke was so funny, I literally died laughing. Okay, again, nobody died, just used for emphasis. So where do I stand in this great debate? Well, I'm kind of in the middle. Yes, I think it's okay to use literally for emphasis sometimes, but I do advise caution. By the way, I'm quite liberal when it comes to words changing their meaning. That's fine. Language is fluent. English is constantly evolving, and that's fine. Let me explain where I stand. If you say, I will literally love you for the rest of my life if you help me do my homework, well, it's okay, I suppose. You're exaggerating, yes, but okay. But Harry Kane's a great footballer. His right leg was literally on fire today. Really? My friend's so religious, he's literally the Pope. Really? You need to be careful because with these sentences you could open yourself up to ridicule, rightly or wrongly, and if you like it or not, that's the case. Of course, if you and the listener are in on the joke, then it's okay. But overusing the emphatic use of the word literally can make you sound foolish, so do be careful. They say that literally is an intensifier, but if you say, for example, I was so happy I exploded with joy, it's already intense. We know what you mean. We know you didn't actually explode. You don't need to add the word literally. So if you say, I literally exploded with joy, it has the opposite effect. It diminishes the impact of the sentence. The word literally is redundant here. It's not necessary. Don't use it. But, I hear you scream, writers have been using the word literally with a figurative meaning for hundreds of years. Lift him out, said Squeers, after he had literally feasted his eyes in silence upon the culprit. Charles Dickens, Nicholas Nickleby. Dickens, Mark Twain, James Joyce, Hemingway, many others have been using literally in a figurative sense. Okay, but you're not Hemingway, so be careful. Certainly, these great writers use the word literally in interesting ways. The use of literally added something to their sentences, to their writing. Secondly, we sometimes need the distinction when we need to know when literally is a real literally and when literally is an emphatic literally. For example, she literally speaks 10 languages perfectly. Is that real literally or not real literally? The film was so frightening, I literally pissed myself. Really? Did you? It could be true, I don't know. You need a good lawyer. My friend is the best. He's literally never lost a case. Yeah, 3 months later. You bastard, I got the death penalty for a murder I didn't commit. Your lawyer was terrible. You said he'd never lost a case, literally. Yeah, he lost a few cases. But you said literally. Yeah, but not literally. You bastard. Okay. Third reason to be careful is that sometimes literally and figuratively can be used in the same sentence. For example, Johnny was very insecure about the fact that he was an illegitimate child. One day, for no reason, he tried to punch me, and as I raised my arm to defend myself, he cut his hand on my watch strap. He was a bloody bastard, literally and figuratively. My high jump coach is very demanding. He sets the bar very high, both figuratively and literally. This playfulness doesn't work if literally means figuratively. So yes, you're free to use literally in a figurative sense, but don't overdo it because you'll end up sounding like a retarded parrot on acid. Literally. My ex-girlfriend is literally the devil. She literally drove me up the wall. I'm literally never gonna speak to anyone ever again. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm literally on the train to nowhere. No, you're not on the train to nowhere. Why are you saying like that? Yes, I am. I'm nowhere. It's a town in Oklahoma. You can look it up.